Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, 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 yeah. Stars born. I've been ready for this.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Intended for Dalvin.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 11 yards there, 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The Seahawks 26-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford.
Now, quick hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So they need to determine if if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free.
Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge for the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown, Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. His kick. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
At the 26-yard
on 2nd and 9, Cousins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
2-yard gain.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Here's Britton Colquitt to punt this one away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
45-yard line. A gain of 7.
They go play action with Wilson.
1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. What a catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
They're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd and long for Cousins. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, Wilson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To number 16.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25.
Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one complete on the slant route. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. On 3rd down, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. And they take this all the way down inside the 40.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And Rudolph has it left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returnable for Dorsett. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. rolling again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for DK Metcalf.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So we have reached, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Vikings 14.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Returnable for Dorsett. Takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. Lockett. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 12-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and a yard. Wilson flush to his right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To number 16.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up
at the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. And the ball's knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Play action. Now Wilson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins now, looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he Gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes good plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. He's got a first down inside of midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. 3rd down here.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Quickly to Thielen here. 20! Touchdown! Vikings! Adam Thielen with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they're in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable for... And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The tackle made by Mike.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Wilson.
Brandon, it's clearly a winning situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's Gurley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He gets out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
And the Seahawks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. Right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We've now seen, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From from the gun. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. He's hit the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to... And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and
4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Busts through the tackle. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down. 4. Now Cousins.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.